Hi everyone, so I've just been asked to put together a quick demonstration on how to create a one-pager which allows your colleagues to see how many hours they've been paid for the previous week using the Protime application. The summary for our store looks a little bit like this, so all you've got is colleague names and the total paid in hours, so there's no colleague numbers or anything like that, which we're not really allowed to display. So I'm just going to quickly go through how we do this at Chesham. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up the reporting suite in Protime and select your planned versus actual, and then select your hourly paid colleagues in the employee group, and then select the previous week from this drop down menu here. You'll notice that all the colleagues that you are selecting have now turned blue. And that'll be all your hourly colleagues that you want. If you then export that, and the way I always do it, I just mail it to myself, so it just appears on my email. So just click that button, it will then scroll through and give you a percentage, and when it's complete. It takes about a minute or so for it to come through normally, but what you end up with is a email that's titled planned versus actuals, which you can then go into. And it opens up in this lovely real kind of wide format. Next thing to do is click on this open with and open with Google Sheets, and what you'll then get is a Google Sheet version of all of that information. The great thing about this is that you can do whatever you want with this sheet. It's completely editable, so if you want to delete cells, you just delete the cells. If you want to change the spacing on them, we can increase this, highlight this, we can make it wrap so that we can then make columns smaller. But basically what we're looking for is the total paid column is this column here, which is now in J. So if you then just delete everything else from this, what you are then left with is colleague surname, colleague name, and total paid hours for the previous week. There are lots of different ways that you can print this off, but just highlight it, your formatting along this side of the screen. If you just make it center and center, you get something like that originally. But then you've got a little percentage button up here, so making it 250%. Obviously the more colleagues you have, the lower that percentage is going to have to be. Click your next button and your preview comes out and you just print. Anyway, I hope that was of some use, and look forward to putting some more hints and tips up on Protime in the future.